Okay, so our next game on the list is the 49ers heading to New Orleans to face the Saints. And the quarterback matchup in this game with Brock Purdy out is going to be Mac Jones against Spencer Rattler. So this should be a fun one. This should be kind of a pick your poison, if you will, as to who's going to win this game. I think I just do have more confidence right now in Kyle Shanahan as a coach to be able to, and Christian McCaffrey as a player to be able to win this game for the Saints, purely just based on the struggles that we'll see on the Saints side. The Saints were better than I thought they were going to be against the Cardinals last week, but right now I have the most confidence in Kyle Shanahan as a coach, especially with the no nonsense cutting of Jake Moody. So, just to start off, I think I am going to lean the Niners on the road in this game, despite going with their backup quarterback here. But Christian, what are your thoughts just off the jump on this one, 49ers and Saints?
Yeah, I thought Christian McCaffrey looked really good. Glad to see he's healthy. They do have some injuries to Jawan Jennings and George Kittle, as well as Brock Purdy. So we will see who's there to go, if it's Jake Chongish or whoever. But I think with the run game between McCaffrey and Brian Robinson, I think they'll be able to be just fine offensively without Brock, without Jawan maybe, and then definitely without George. Now, Julian Blackmon for New Orleans is going to be out. Their safety. It doesn't look like Talise Fuaga, their right tackle, is going to play. He didn't practice today on Wednesday. Chase Young didn't practice on Wednesday.
Yep.
Foster Moreau, Taysom Hill, both not playing. I just think they are so void of talent. You don't necessarily have to worry about New Orleans this week.
Then, Mike, what are your thoughts on this one?
So I actually really like the Saints in this game. I think they're going to have to adapt to, who is going to be out there for the 49ers. But if you're going to be trotting out Mac Jones, their defense really did play well last week. We were able to create a good amount of pressure, only giving up 20 points to the Cardinals. And I think, when you looking at what Kellen Moore, I think, is going to be able to do in this game, I think what his game plan, I think, got a lot clearer, knowing that it's most likely going to be, Mac Jones getting trotted out there, and you're going to be facing the backup quarterback for the 49ers. Obviously, I love Christian McCaffrey's over in this game. I think he's obviously just going to get force-fed. I think it's going to be a game that will also go under, because I think you're going to see, it's only, and the thing is, it's only at 40.5, but I think you're going to see a lot of these teams, both of these teams, going to the ground, trying not to, they're going to say, let's make Christian McCaffrey beat us. We're going to stack the box. They're still going to give it to him, because I don't think that, that trust is there with Mac Jones in this offense, and especially, they're still not going to have any Ayuk for this game or the foreseeable future. I don't know about Saints +3. I think the 49ers are a better team. The 49ers are in a really tough spot going into Seattle last week. We already know it's not an easy place to play. It was an ugly game, and it just got uglier. But I like the under in this game. I do think if I do got to make a pick, I think the Saints cover, but I think the 49ers. I think the 49ers win this game, probably like a 19-17 kind of game. Lean on the run game, trying to overpower them with their offensive line. Make sure you got the push going forward, so you're not going to see Mac Jones, get pile driven by a Chandler Jones like we saw a couple of years ago.
Yeah, go ahead, Turtle.
Yeah, it's if the Niners were fully healthy, you can almost make the argument that I'd like the Saints, but I think that the backup quarterback Mac Jones being thrown into the equation at 3.5, I just think all the value from the Saints is pretty much gone. And look, again, we talk about head coach and quarterback all the time. Kellen Moore, unproven as a head coach. Spencer Rattler is Spencer Rattler, unproven as a quarterback. Say what you want about Mac Jones. I think that with Kyle Shanahan, it's just a better matchup for the Niners there in that regard. I think they'll be able to get it done, despite being hamstrung by a litany of injuries. One thing that's interesting, though, is that the 49ers haven't covered a game since like week, I think they're 0-10 in their last 10 games against the spread. Not that trends really matter, but I just found it to be interesting that they've been probably one of the most overrated teams in the NFL for the last, going back into last season. But I think with Mac Jones playing now, 3.5 seems like I almost kind of lean the 49ers to cover that just based off the talent disparity, and just having full faith in Kyle Shanahan as the head coach.
Five,
So,
and,
Yeah.
5 and
And-
12 against the spread last year, though.
yeah,
And you're
they
throwing-
lost their last 10,
And you're
including
throwing,
week one.
and you're throwing Mac Jones out there. It's gonna be something.
Okay, but I think
That's why
I do think
that's why
that
you throw the spread out the window for this game because of Mac Jones. Like that's why I don't think the trends matter. Like if Brock Purdy was playing this football game, let's say the Niners are fully healthy, then I think there would be some value on the Saints. I don't think anybody else would walk up here and pick the Saints to win the football game if all those guys were healthy. I think the reason that the Saints even have a chance is because the Niners are playing a backup quarterback. But again, Shanahan's gonna get the most out of Mac Jones.
Does
and I-
Kellen Moore unlock Spencer Rattler? We should.
Well, okay, this is or Mike. This is what I was
Salah.
this is what I was about to say. Okay, is that Saints are going to or 49ers are going to be able to control the ball in this game. They're going to be running the ball. It's going to be an attack with McCaffrey, where they're just going to be able to control the clock. And if Kellen Moore is going to have Spencer Rattler as a matter of routine throw 46 times in a game, that's not a recipe for success. I can't imagine that that's going to be the same strategy, especially in this game, considering their defense is going to be on the field a while. If you're going to have Spencer Rattler throwing the ball 46 times or even close to that against Robert Saleh's defense, because he's going to have a great defense that he's going to trot out there. And I think that's going to be where this game is won. They're going to force Spencer Rattler to beat them. And Kellen Moore is happy to let him throw it 46 times a game. They're not going to be able to control the ball. This could be a game where, as you said, that the Saints are able to cover and keep it close. But I think it's going to be low scoring. And I do think that the 49ers time of possession is going to be what wins them the game.
I do want to shout out just one more time D. Winters. He looked like the next great linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers.
Saleh gets the
Robert
most
Saleh,
yeah.
Saleh's a
And
linebacking wizard.
D. Winters was really good in college. I mean, he doesn't have your typical NFL linebacker frame, but he was a good college player.
Shout out D. Winters.
Niners have developed him really well. I mean, that's what they do. But he was undrafted. But
Saleh is just a perfect match for Shanahan, right?
Yeah.
I think they can't let him go. They got to keep him around.
When do
for
we
as long
think
as possible.
do we think he gets another chance at a head coaching job?
It's
real
tough.
quick?
If you're a defensive coach getting
Yeah.
your second shot, I mean that's a
Yeah,
tough
we've
sell.
seen
But it could
guys
happen.
do
He's
it.
still pretty young.
Todd Bowles, Raheem Morris. I mean, guys have done it. So
I could
That's
see
true.
him in Cincinnati. I mean, knowing how bad the defense is, I could definitely see maybe. But I
Joe
do
Brady.
think Jesse Minter's next guy up at defensive coach.
yeah.
Right. And stuff was so weird with the Jets last year with his departure and Rodgers and everything.
I don't even think
maybe
that
a team
Saleh's
believes
a bad
him.
head coach. Yeah, I don't even
Right.
think he's a bad. I mean, that defense was playing really well until he left, and then they lost all heart and motivation. So
Yeah. I think it'd be wise for the 49ers to do whatever they can to keep him around.
Yeah.
Because, I think he's just such a great fit for Shanahan and for what he's able to do with that defense.